frozen, kneeling in eternal service, was a woman. Her skin was dusted in white chalk, her eyes wide open, a black calabash perched on her hands. She wore a red wrapper, her mouth permanently silent. In a grand mansion hidden among tall whispering trees lived a family admired by all who knew them. Ariana and Mike, two bright stars among the many children of a wealthy business magnate, were the pride of their mother, the first and most respected wife among 7. Their family was large, yet governed by a rare kind of equality. No child or wife was treated better than another. Their father, a man of towering influence, ensured that every mouth was fed, every back was clothed, and every soul lived in comfort. Ariana and Mike's life was a dream wrapped in silk. In their prestigious boarding school, their cupboards were always filled with provisions, biscuits, beverages, luxuries their peers could only envy. Even before one tin of milk finished, another was waiting. It wasn't long before their peers, seniors, and even school mothers sought to befriend them, eager to bask in their glow. Their father was celebrated far and wide, a business mogul who, it was whispered, smuggled cars across borders with a daring unmatched by any man alive. What many didn't know was that the true roots of his wealth grew in darker, forbidden soil. For years, he had a reputation of being untouchable. He would glide across the border undetected, bullets fired at him would miss as if the very air shielded him. His success bred curiosity, jealousy, and fear. But inside his home, to his wives and children, he was simply a hardworking father who had conquered the world through courage and brains. Yet, beneath this grand tapestry, decay had already begun. One ominous evening, during a daring run, as he sped across the border, a strange bullet found its mark. It was no ordinary bullet. It tore into his side, a shot that pierced not just his body but the very core of his invincibility. Bleeding but determined, he wrestled the steering wheel, gritting his teeth as the night swallowed him. He drove off the main road into a dense forest where fate awaited. There, hidden beneath gnarled trees, lay an ancient chamber known only to him, the lair of the old Dibia. The moment he staggered in, a voice like cracking thunder called his name, not once, but thrice. Obianuju. 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 He stumbled forward and saw the Dibia, an ancient figure draped in red and black, sitting before a towering mirror. With a hand of bones and sinew, the Dibia wiped his face, and the mirror sprang to life. In the mirror's reflection, he saw horror. His 7th wife, his youngest, most favored wife, was locked in a shameless embrace with one of his young apprentices. Worse still, they were bonded together unnaturally, physically stuck, an abomination. Ariana's father crumbled to the floor in agony. The Dibia's voice broke the silence like a whip. I warned you, if any wife, having bathed in the sacred river, betrays you, her death will follow, and your powers will crumble like sand. The only salvation. He must return home, enter his secret power chamber, and sleep inside the coffin of renewal for 3 days. Only then could his life and strength be restored. Summoning the last of his strength, Ariana's father limped back to his car, blood soaking the fine leather seat. He drove to his mansion's gates, but just as the iron doors swung open, he lost consciousness and slumped against the wheel. The guard raced to his aid, screaming for help. 2 days later, the mighty man who once outrun bullets and defied death breathed his last in a cold hospital bed. Meanwhile, in a seedy hotel room across town, the horror continued. The 7th wife and her apprentice remained glued together in agony. Their screams eventually summoned help. When the hotel staff broke down the door, they recoiled in terror. No amount of force could separate the cursed lovers. It wasn't until a local priestess used traditional methods that they were freed. But freedom came at a cost. The seventh wife vomited blood and died on the spot. The apprentice lost his mind, tearing through the streets, laughing and weeping until the night swallowed him whole. News of these horrors spread like wildfire. The city buzzed with gossip and fear. Ariana'S family, once envied, now lived in a shadow. Without a will, without investments, without their patriarch, chaos descended. The luxurious boarding school days ended. Whispers of grace to grass floated behind Ariana and Mike's backs. Friends became strangers. Teachers pitied them but could do nothing. The wives, desperate and broken, agreed to sell the mansion. A real estate agent came to inspect the house. Room after room he walked, noting the cracks sorrow had left behind. But when he reached Ariana'S father's old bedroom, something resisted. The wardrobe door was jammed. Curiosity seized him. With brute force, he broke it open, and gasped. Hidden behind the wardrobe was a narrow passageway. A staircase spiraled downward into an underground chamber sealed by a thick iron door with a password lock. A locksmith was called. The iron door screamed open, and what they saw silenced them all. Inside was a world of nightmare. Blood-red lights painted the chamber in a demonic glow. An altar wrapped in red cloth stood at the center, black calabashes scattered around it. Sculptures of ancient spirits lined the walls. And there, frozen, kneeling in eternal service, was a woman. Her skin was dusted in white chalk, her eyes wide open, a black calabash perched on her hands. She wore a red wrapper, her mouth permanently silent. On the left of the altar was a coffin filled with cash, stained with darkness. The police arrived, horrified beyond words. They tried speaking to the woman, but she remained mute, blinking slowly like a doll. Her picture went viral. 7 days later, a man came forward, eyes swollen with unshed tears. "She's my twin," he whispered.
It was Kehinde.
She was Taiwo. They had been 20 years old when she vanished. With trembling hands,
Kehinde
showed the officers a birthmark near his waist. They checked the kneeling woman, the same mark mirrored hers. The truth was undeniable. Tears rained down as he embraced his long-lost sister, now a shell of her former self. Knowing the evil that had bound her, Kehinde took Taiwo to a church for deliverance. For 40 days and 40 nights, they fasted and prayed. The stronghold of darkness broke. Bit by bit, Taiwo returned. Her voice cracked like dry earth when she finally spoke. "I was walking home. I heard footsteps behind me, a sack covered my head, then darkness."
Kehinde
wept bitterly. Their parents had died heartbroken, searching for her. As for Ariana and Mike, they bore the scars of disgrace. Their education ended. Their dreams crumbled. The story of their father, once a man worshipped for his success, became a tale of caution, a reminder that wealth built on darkness cannot endure. The police searched for the Dibia who had aided Ariana'S father. But he, too, had vanished into the mist, as if he had never existed at all. My brethren, listen carefully. Never envy wealth whose source you do not understand. Behind many smiles lie secrets soaked in sorrow. Whatever is built through evil will never stand. Today it may glitter, tomorrow it will crumble into dust. Do not sacrifice your conscience for fleeting riches. When the roots are rotten, the tree will surely fall. Patience and honest labor bring peace that money cannot buy. And lastly, watch the steps you take in search of greatness, for some doors, once opened, will not easily close again. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, Now's the perfect time, just hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss more inspiring life lesson stories like this one. To my amazing returning subscribers, thank you for your unwavering support. Your encouragement makes it possible to share these stories and spread meaningful messages. If you've watched till the very end, you're the real MVP. I truly appreciate you more than words can say. See you in the next video, take care and bye for now.